and if you dislike Mondays. Well, I know I do, just like most of you. Despite the long, grudging week ahead, most of us really dislike Monday. There's just something about diving into that really long week that we all just despise. Whether you're a lifeguard, teacher, or even a software engineer, Mondays seem to have the same effect on all of us. Well, for me, Monday morning is no different. I wake up early, go to jazz band, and power through the entire school day just to come back and balance my clubs, sports, and all the other activities that I have to do. You see, the gloom of Monday morning is quite large, but my inner motivation to work with the people I like makes it just a little bit easier. Imagine this, a Monday morning where instead of going to work or going to school as a student, you get to spend time with your friends and do what you want. Well, now what? Monday morning seems super fun, yeah? Well, that's what I think too. And that's exactly what leadership does. It fosters an environment where your loved ones want to be a part of. It's not just a title anymore, it's so much more than that. I strive to be a leader in every way possible. I'm the son, I'm an older brother of 3 younger sisters, debate club president, and today a TEDx speaker. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Abhay, and today I'll be talking about leadership and emotional intelligence. And so, in my 16 years of experience, I've had a lot to do with leadership. I've left myself unmuted during Zoom meetings singing songs. Don't even deny it, I know we've all done that. And I've also gone to Universal Studios with my school and gotten lost. I mean, how embarrassing is that? And here's what I've learned as a leader. Sometimes the best thing is to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. And that's exactly what leadership is all about. So a couple years ago in May, I decided that I wanted to become a lifeguard. 1, because my parents told me to, but 2, so I could start earning money for myself as well. And this is one of the hardest things that I ever had to do, but one of the most rewarding as well. Being a lifeguard, the opportunities were limitless. Not only did I get to meet so many new people, but I could start earning money and buying clothes that I wanted, going to concerts as well. This was a dream true come scenario. So I had to first get certified. And this certification process was definitely gruesome. I'd swim down 12-foot pools, retrieve 10-pound bricks, and swim lap after lap, and study night after night for the Red Cross test that I'd have to take in order to get certified. What seemed so much harder slowly started to get easier, and I started to wake my way through. Then came the whole job opportunity. I had to learn to sign my name on forms, something that I've never learned before, which posed its own unique challenges along the way. I got done with my tedious paperwork, the monotonous work over and over and over again, and I finally thought that I would be a lifeguard. But that very next Monday morning, they called me and said, "Are you ready for your first day of work?" And as excited as a 15-year-old could be, I said, "Yes, absolutely." And so I started that first day of work, and it was phenomenal. As a lifeguard, you have to go through multiple rotations. So I started with the lazy river and the basketball hoop, and during this time, I was shadowing one of my coworkers, seeing what they had just so I would learn the ins and outs and everything that needed to happen in order for me to be a perfect lifeguard. But then came the penultimate rotation. It's called the big chair. Now, when we think of a lifeguard, we usually think of the red tube they wear around and the white chair they sit on. Now imagine that, but a chair twice the height. That's what I was dealing with here. And what's so important about this big chair? Well, 1, it gets its name from the size. It's super tall. And 2, it provides an important vantage point for the entire pool. Whoever the lifeguard is that's sitting on top has one of, if not the most important responsibility in the entire pool, watching over everything. And so that day, after shadowing my coworkers for a little bit, I decided that I wanted to hop up on the big chair. My coworker inspired me to hop on up, and as I climbed up the big chair, I was feeling better than ever. I mean, I've already gone through half a day, done all this gruesome work, and all that was left was for me to just sit on the chair, go home, and collect my paycheck. But you see, that was easier said than done. This was a 15-minute rotation, and slowly towards the end of it, I thought I'd be done, move on to my next rotation. However, 1 minute later, instead of walking towards my next lifeguard shift, I found myself at the bottom of the pool. Let me rewind. So what happened was, as I was climbing down from the big chair, I had slipped and fallen in the bottom of the pool. I was a lifeguard on my very first day of work, and it was not someone that was drowning, but me, the lifeguard at the bottom of the pool that needed rescuing. Well, something didn't add up. So I quickly swam up to the surface, and not only was I drenched in water, but embarrassment as well. And as I started walking back into the lifeguard room, I could hear the whispers, the small chat, the giggles, and all eyes that were staring right at my face. And I entered that lifeguard room, and I'd already become the talk of the town. Now, today in modern leadership, we take a look at IQ, creativity, and experience. But true leadership and leaders are able to grow themselves and unlock the full potential of others too. That day, as a lifeguard, I could have easily avoided public shame, covered my face, ran to the bathroom, changed, and ran out of there. But then what? No more job, no more lifeguard, and no more concerts with my friends. Instead, I changed myself up, wore a new pair of lifeguard clothes, smiled and laughed with my coworkers about me falling in the pool as a lifeguard, and got out there for my final rotation, which thankfully turned out really well. So that day, I ended up going home, and my parents asked, "How was your first day of work?" And I responded with a smile, "Great, I learned a lot." Looking back and reflecting on the experience, it was not the technical skills that got me from the bottom of the pool. It was the leadership and emotional intelligence that I conveyed in order to raise me up. And that's true for any job, any role, no matter where you go, what you do. It all comes down to leadership. So how do we cultivate this leadership and this emotional growth? How do we foster it and really take us beyond all limits? Well, it starts with one, self-awareness. In today's tech-driven world, distractions are so easy. It's so easy to lose sight of our goal, pull up Instagram, scroll through Reels, and it's so easy to get lost in the noise. But if we're able to stick to our goal, see the vision, look at what people are doing in our surroundings, and elevate ourselves, that's what it really takes. If someone to my left does something and it doesn't work out for them, maybe I won't do the same thing and avoid that mistake. However, if someone does something and it works out really well, maybe I can learn from them, implement it as a leader, and grow not only my leadership, but my success as well. Second, continuous learning. No matter whether you're 1 month into your lifeguard journey or 25 years into your corporate career, there is still so much to be discovered, so much to be learned, and so much to grow. Every single day when you show up to work, you have to show up as the best version of yourself, knowing things that are happening around you and making sure that you are on top of your game. If I don't know how to save people as a lifeguard, or if a new AED course comes out, or a new way to perform CPR, then I'm not the best lifeguard there is. And truth is, when I first started lifeguarding, I wasn't all that good. And 2 years later, there's still so much to go. The growth that I've achieved is absolutely phenomenal. And lastly, self-regulation. We have to be able to regulate our emotions and impulses, especially in stressful situations. When things get hard, when you need to actually perform a rescue as a lifeguard, that's when it really counts. Self-regulation means managing your emotions, managing your impulses, and doing things successful and setting your future up for success. That day as a lifeguard, I could have easily been embarrassed, covered my face, and ran out of the room. I mean, what type of 15-year-old kid gets a job and fails on his very first day? But I kept a cool head, made a level-headed decision, and continued to move on and move forth. So now, as we enter our corporate worlds, our day jobs, or whether we go back to being a high school student, know that leadership pops up in so many unexpected ways. And it's up to us to cultivate our leadership and grow our emotional intelligence. And also, you know that leaders sometimes do find themselves at the bottom of the pool. And now you know that it takes self-regulation, self-awareness, and continuous learning in order to get back out. So now, as we look forward to our Monday, whether we're happy about it or not, don't take it as a challenge. Take it as an opportunity to lead yourself, to challenge others, and foster an environment that you want to be a part of. Start looking forward to those long weeks. Start looking time to spend with your coworkers, friends, or teachers at school. It can really mean a lot, and frame your leadership in more ways than you've ever imagined. So now, the next time you find yourself at the bottom of the pool, literally or figuratively, you now know what it takes to get out. Get a smile, laugh it off, and get back out there. Thank you so much for your time.